Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I welcome you to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Today is September 10th, 2025. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 8, talks between Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu and Srila Rāmānanda Rāya. So, yesterday and the day before that, or the section that we are reading now is Mahaprabhu embraced Rāmānanda Rāya. Actually, first Mahaprabhu gave darshan to Rāmānanda Rāya of Radha and Krishna, and then how both of them came together as Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Seeing this, Rāmānanda Rāya in ecstasy, being unable to contain that ananda, that ecstasy, he fainted and fell to the ground. Then Mahaprabhu touched his body and brought him back to consciousness. And now Rāmānanda Rāya sees Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi, and he is wonderstruck to see this form again. So Mahaprabhu embraced Rāmānanda Rāya, pacifying him, and then said that the form that you have seen, no one has seen. Nobody other than you has seen. So we discussed elaborately on that, how only by the Lord's mercy can one experience the Lord. So we did that yesterday. And after that, one more thing the Lord said is why he revealed this form to Rāmānanda Rāya. There's also one more point there. In the case of Lord Brahma, yesterday I was telling you, when Brahmaji got darshan of Garbhodakashai Vishnu, he said that the form that I'm seeing now and the form that I was meditating on There is no comparison. There is no comparison. What I was meditating on all these days uh, is not even equal to a fraction, a small fraction of the reality that I'm seeing. But the point there was that the Lord revealed his form. When does the Lord reveal his form? That is the point. So there, of course, Brahmaji is saying, my Lord, you revealed this form out of your mercy. It's only by your mercy that I got this darshan. Only today I came to know you. I didn't know you all these days. When I was meditating on your form, thinking that I'm meditating on your form and I know you, I actually didn't know you. Now, for the first time, today I'm coming to know you. And this happened only because of your mercy. So, Brahmaji's knowing the Lord happened by the Lord's mercy. Then the question comes, because yesterday also there was question and answers. Won't the Lord show me mercy? I'm trying to serve him sincerely. So there is one very important point, that to whom does the Lord reveal himself and show himself? So there itself it is said in that discussion, the Lord revealed himself to Brahmaji because he did tapasya. So in the case of devotees, what is tapasya? Sadhana. Sadhana bhakti, the method which is given to us, that is our tapasya. The procedure that is given to us by the acharya, that is our tapasya. Rising early in the morning, performing Mangalarti, worshipping the deity, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, everything, the whole program, engaging ourselves 24 hours. And also tapasya like fasting on Ekadasi, on Janmashtami, all this is also tapasya. So one who performs this sadhana bhakti, when the Lord becomes pleased by this, then he reveals himself. That's the point. So what do we have to do? Ultimate goal is, yes, we want to experience that prema, we want to see the Lord. But when will that happen? That will happen when we do sadhana bhakti as prescribed by the acharya. Sincerely, we have to do that. And simply by doing sadhana bhakti, it's not that now I'm entitled to see the Lord. It's not like that. By doing sadhana bhakti, we may attract his attention. That's all. And when he becomes attracted, then by his sweet will, he may or he may not reveal himself. That's up to him. But if we perform sadhana bhakti, then we can please him. That's the thing. That's the thing. So what is within our power is to do that sadhana bhakti, to endeavor to do sadhana. So anyway, Rāmānanda Rāya got darshan of Lord Sri Chaitanya Krishna, Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, and Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu as the combination of Radha and Krishna. The Lord is explaining why he revealed to Rāmānanda Rāya. He said, because you know about me, you have knowledge about me. All those questions in the past, this is the third night. First night, second night, questions and answers. Rāmānanda Rāya knew. And even when the Lord was trying to hide himself, saying that because you are a Mahabhagavat, it's the quality of the Mahabhagavat that he sees his worshipable deity everywhere. Whether moving or immovable things, he only sees his Ishta, worshipable form of the Lord everywhere. So that is why you are seeing me as Krishna. Mahaprabhu tried to trick Rāmānanda Rāya, but Rāmānanda Rāya was not tricked. So therefore Mahaprabhu is saying, I showed my form to you because you already have, there's nothing, you have all knowledge about me, about specifically about my form, about my tattva, the truth about me, about my tattva, about my leela, pastimes, about my rasa. Rasa means the various mellows. Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, like that. You know all this. That is why I revealed this form. So the point is, when the Lord reveals, that's when we can experience him. And Rāmānanda Rāya is directly experiencing. Mora tattva lila rasa tomara gochare. Gochar matlab, you see. You know my tattva lila rasa. Atayeva ei rupa dekhailum tomare. That is why I showed you my form. Then the next verse goes like this. Gaura anga nahe mora radhanga sparshana. Gopendra sutavina tehona sparshe anya jana. Gaura anga nahe mor. Radha anga sparshana. So, this Gaura, golden body of mine that you're seeing, this is not mine. Gaura anga nahe mor. Radha anga sparshana. Because of contacting Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī's anga, therefore I am getting this. That means he has taken or borrowed the complexion of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. That's why Krishna has become golden now, as Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Gaura anga nahe mor. This golden color is not mine. Radha anga sparshana. By touching the body of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, now it has become golden. Gopendra Suta, Gopa Indra, king of Gopas. Who is that? Nanda Mahārāja. Suta, son of the king of Gopas. Gopendra Suta, Vina, Teho Nasparshe Anyajan. And see how Mahaprabhu is establishing. Mahaprabhu is saying, he didn't say I'm Krishna. He's saying, this golden complexion of mine that you're seeing, this is not mine. I got this complexion because of touching Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī's body. But Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī does not touch anyone except the son of Nanda Mahārāja. So what does that mean? What does that mean?
That he is himself the son of
He is
Nanda Mahārāja.
Krishna.
Yes.
Himself is Krishna.
Yes, that's what it means. So, I mean, their talks are so sweet. See, Krishna is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna is very fond of indirect talks. You know that? He loves that. Instead of straightforward talks, what is that line? Parokshavadam mamacha priya. That means paroksha. Paroksha means indirect, not direct. Parokshavada. Indirect talks are very dear to me, Krishna says. So here Krishna Mahaprabhu is saying, Gaura anga nahe mor, Radhanga sparshana. This golden complexion is not mine. I got this by touching the body of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Gopendra Suta Vina Teho Nasparshe Anyajana. Other than the son of Nanda Maharaj, she will not touch any other person. So actually my body does not have a fair complexion. It only appears so because it has touched the body of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. However, she does not touch anyone but the son of Nanda Maharaj. Tara bhave bhavita kori atma mana, tabe nija madhurya kori aswadana. Tara bhave bhavita kori atma mana. Tar, who is this? Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Tara bhave. So her bhava, her mood, her emotion, her ecstasy. Bhavita kori atma mana. Tabe nija madhurya kori aswadana. So by accepting the bhava of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, Atma Mana means my body and my mind, by accepting the bhava of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, is now able to taste Nija Madhurya. the sweetness of Krishna. So you remember what are the three desires of Krishna that remained unfulfilled? Three desires of Krishna that remained unfulfilled. As Krishna, he couldn't fulfill these three desires.
Yeah, to taste what Radha, the bhav of Radharani, what she feels, the joy she gets on seeing him,
Okay?
and how she forget. It's on the top of my head, but I can get it now.
Okay. But one is correct. So the first one is the love she is feeling for Krishna from the position of a subject. He is the object. So she is loving him. So she is the shelter of love, ashraya. She's holding, she's carrying that love for Krishna, and he's enjoying that love. But what is it to be a lover of Krishna? What does that love feel like? Krishna wants to know. What does it feel like to love Krishna? What is that love? And in that also the topmost lover is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. So therefore he wants to experience Radharani's love from her position. He is experiencing Radharani's love from his position already. Radharani is loving him and he is enjoying and experiencing being loved by Radharani. But he wants to taste what is it like from her position when you love Krishna. He wants to know what is that love. Second one was from her position, she is able to tap all the sweetness of Krishna, the sweet qualities that are there in Krishna. She is able to experience and see. Krishna is not able to see. Can I see my own face? I need a mirror. So Radharani's love was that mirror. So he wanted to taste his own sweetness. That's what this verse is saying here. Nija Madhurya, his own sweetness. Second one, wanting to taste his own sweetness. And the third one is, by loving Krishna, she's getting 10 million times more happiness, ecstasy than Krishna himself. So what is the happiness that Radharani is feeling? What is the bliss that she's experiencing? He wants to taste. So first one is love of Radharani. Second is Krishna's own sweet qualities. And third one is happiness or bliss experienced by Radharani. Krishna wants to taste these three things. So this verse here is saying that Tara bhave bhavita kori atma mana, by accepting the mood of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, the bhava of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, tabe nija madhurya kori aswadana. He is able to taste his own sweetness. By accepting the mood of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, now he is able to taste his own sweetness. I have now converted my body and mind into the ecstasy of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Thus I am tasting my own personal sweetness in that form. Purport. Gaur Sundar here informed Sri Rāmānanda Rāya, my dear Rāmānanda Rāya, you were actually seeing a separate person with a fair complexioned body. You all remember what did Rāmānanda Rāya say? He said, first I saw you as a sannyasi, then I saw you as dark complexioned Krishna. But now I am seeing there is a golden doll in front of you, from whom is emanating this golden effulgence. Being covered by that golden effulgence, now you have become golden. So now Sri Gaur Sundar is telling Rāmānanda Rāya, my dear Rāmānanda Rāya, you were actually seeing a separate person with a fair complexioned body. That golden doll that you saw is actually a separate person. You were actually seeing a separate person with a fair complexion body. Actually, I am not fair. Being Sri Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, I am blackish. But when I come in touch with Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, I become fair complexioned externally. Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī does not touch the body of anyone but Krishna. That in the previous verse we saw. I become fair complexioned. Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī does not touch anyone's body, touch the body of anyone but Krishna. I taste my own transcendental features by accepting the complexion of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. So accepting the complexion means he's accepting the complexion and the bhava of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. So therefore, that means he now has the bhava, the mood of a devotee. He's Krishna, but Krishna is now in the mood of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, in the mood of a devotee. So from that position, now he is tasting his own sweetness. I taste my own transcendental features by accepting the complexion of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Without Radharani, one cannot taste the transcendental pleasure of Krishna's conjugal love. That's the conclusion. Without Radharani, one cannot taste the transcendental pleasure of Krishna's conjugal love. So you see, Mahaprabhu is Krishna who has appeared to taste it himself, but he is also distributing that to the whole world. Another point is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī has, as the Hladini Shakti, she has two roles, two functions. One function is giving pleasure to Krishna. Whatever pleasure Krishna is experiencing, that pleasure is due to Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. The other role of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is she is actually nourishing all the devotees. You remember yesterday's diagram? Maybe quickly I can share with you. The one that I was drawing and sharing with all of you. How one second. See, I told you this devotee here, this devotee, green, this is a devotee. Devotee in the heart is having what? He's having prema. Where is this prema coming from? Of course, he gets it initially, the mercy flows from another devotee. And then, by practicing bhakti, that is nourished more and more. He gets more and more prema. He passes through various stages and he comes to the stage of prema, like that. So this prema, all the devotees, those who are devotees of the Supreme Lord, that means those who have received that kripa, that mercy from another pure devotee, they have in their hearts this prema ankuram. Prema ankuram means this seed of prema. What is that? Where is it coming from? That is coming from Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī only. So that is why Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī has two roles. One is she is giving pleasure to Krishna. Whatever pleasure Krishna is experiencing, it's coming from Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. And she's also nourishing all devotees. Whatever bhakti anybody has, it's just a small fraction of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī's potency. That's the point. So, here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is writing, without Radharani, one cannot taste the transcendental pleasure of Krishna's conjugal love. If you also remember, what is this love? Prema. Prema is nothing but the condensed form of Hladini Shakti. That means prema is nothing but pleasure only. And the condensed form of this prema is bhava, and the highest pitch of this bhava is Mahabhava. The personification of this Mahabhava is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. I'm just trying to refresh your memory. We had already studied this. Sri Rāmānanda Rāya explained these things to Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu in the same chapter. So Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is nothing but the condensed form of that Hladini Shakti, pleasure potency. So without Radharani, one cannot taste the transcendental pleasure of Krishna's conjugal love. In this regard, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments on the Prakrita Sahajiya Sampradaya. Prakrita Sahajiya Sampradaya, which considers Krishna and Lord Chaitanya to possess different bodies. So, those who are Sahajiyas, Prakrita Sahajiyas, what do you mean by Prakrita Sahajiya? Prakrita means material or external. Prakriti is what? Prakriti is the external energy. So the external energy, you have Prakriti and also you have Maya. Okay? So this Prakriti means external energy. So Prakrita Sahajiya Sampradaya. That means externally they behave like devotees. Although inside they have material, tendencies, material desires, tendency for material enjoyment. But outwardly they are showing themselves as devotees. Materialistic. So, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati comments on the Prakrita Sahajiya Sampradaya, which considers Krishna and Lord Chaitanya to possess different bodies. So there are many such apasampradayas. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually worked so hard to curb these apasampradayas. So these Prakrita Sahajiya Sampradaya considers Caitanya Mahāprabhu and Krishna to possess different bodies. They misinterpret the words Gaura Anga Nahe More in text 287. You remember we read just before this? My body is not golden. I got this golden body by touching the body of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Gaura Anga Nahe More. This golden body is not mine. So they misinterpret this line. From that verse and the present verse, we can understand that Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu is non-different from Krishna. That is why if you connect the two, because the same verse says in the second line, this golden color is not mine. I got it by touching Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, but she does not touch anyone but Krishna. That means I got this by touching her and she won't touch anyone but Krishna means I am Krishna. Isn't it? That means Mahaprabhu and Krishna are same. But they misinterpret that. They just take this line, Gauranga Nahe More, and say that Krishna and Lord Chaitanya possess different bodies. But the fact is, both are the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the form of Krishna, the Lord enjoys spiritual bliss and remains the shelter of devotees, Vishaya Vigraha, Vishaya. He is the object, Vishaya. And in his Gauranga feature, Krishna tastes separation from Krishna in the ecstasy of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. This ecstatic form is Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So, in the role of Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu, Krishna is the ashraya of that love. He is the one who is carrying that love. Whereas as Krishna, he is the object of that love. He is the Vishaya. Whereas as Caitanya Mahāprabhu, he is now in the role of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. He is the ashraya. Okay? So this ecstatic form is Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna is always the transcendental reservoir of all pleasure. And he is technically called Dhira Lalita. We also discussed this, Dhira Lalita. Anyone remembers the meaning of Dhira Lalita? On the second day, when Mahaprabhu was asking, not the second day, first night only, Mahaprabhu was asking questions, go higher and higher and higher, and then towards the end, Dhira Lalita is explained. You remember what's Dhira Lalita? No? Okay, Dhira Lalita means, a man or a boy, young man, who's very expert in talking very charmingly and this and that, by which he's able to completely keep his, a girlfriend under his control by his various, ways of talking, etc. Like they always remain captivated by him all the time, like that. That is Dhira Lalita. So, why is this being said here? Sri Krishna is always the transcendental reservoir of all pleasure, and he is technically called Dhira Lalita. Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is the embodiment of spiritual energy. So Krishna is the enjoyer, and she is the embodiment of spiritual energy personified as ecstatic love for Krishna. Therefore, only Krishna can touch her. So he is the supreme enjoyer, and she is his internal energy. She is personified ecstatic love for Krishna. Ecstatic love for Krishna. In that also the topmost, Mahabhava. Personification of that love is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. And he is the supreme reservoir of all pleasure. Okay? So he is the supreme enjoyer, supreme reservoir of all pleasure. And she is the pleasure potency. So who can touch her except for Krishna? Therefore, only Krishna can touch her. The Dhira Lalita aspect is not seen in any other form of the Lord, including Vishnu and Narayan. This Dhira Lalita aspect can be found only in Sri Krishna, not even in his expansions. Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is therefore known as Govinda Nandini and Govinda Mohini, for she is so Govinda Nandini, one who gives pleasure to Govinda. Govinda Mohini, one who enchants Govinda, for she is the only source of transcendental pleasure for Sri Krishna and the only person who can enchant his mind. Like that. So, Mahaprabhu is saying, I have now converted my body and mind into the ecstasy of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Thus, I am tasting my own personal sweetness in that form. So first Mahaprabhu said, I am showing you this form because nothing is unknown to you. You know about my tattva, lila, rasa. Therefore, I showed you my form. And now he is actually admitting that yes, I am Krishna and I have converted my body and mind into the ecstasy of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, and by that I am tasting my own sweetness. Okay, maybe one more verse. Tomara thai amara kichu gupta nahi karma. Nothing is hidden from you. None of my activities or nothing about me is hidden from you. You know everything about me. Tomara thai amara kichu gupta nahi karma. Nothing is, nothing can be hidden. Gupta means confidential. Nothing is hidden from you. Nothing about me. None of my activities or nothing about me is hidden from you. Lukaile prema bole jana sarva marma. Lukaile, even if I try to hide it, because of your love, your intense love, by the strength of your love, prema bal, bal means strength. Prema bale jano sarva marma. You know all the marma, right? The secrets about me by the strength of your love. Even though I try to hide, I'm unable to hide. You know, earlier in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we read this pastime, very famous pastime, all of you must know probably, that once the gopis were looking for Krishna and Krishna was hiding. So they were running after, and Krishna, to hide from them, assumes the form of Lord Narayan, four-armed form of Lord Narayan. And he just stands there. So they're running, and they come and see Lord Narayan, but they don't recognize him as Krishna. So they immediately bow down before Lord Narayan. And they're asking, have you seen Krishna? Where did Krishna go? And then, he shows one direction and they go in that direction looking for Krishna, leaving him behind. But then comes Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, and she also comes to bow down before Lord Narayan. But because of the power of her love, because of the strength of her love, Krishna is not able to keep that form of Narayan in front of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. His two arms just disappear and he becomes exposed as Krishna. He reveals, he has to come to his form of Krishna. So like that, here Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu is saying that Rāmānanda Rāya, even though I try to hide myself in front of you, by the power of your love, nothing remains a secret to you. Nothing about me remains a secret in front of you. You know everything about me. It's not that I'm revealing. I'm not able to hide in front of you. Your love is so strong that I'm not able to hide anything. I'm not able to keep any secrets. Tomara thai amara kichu gupta nahi karma lukaile. I'm trying to hide. Prema bole jano sarva marma. Still, by the strength of your love, you are able to know all secrets. Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu then admitted to his pure devotee Rāmānanda Rāya, now there is no confidential activity unknown to you. Even though I try to conceal my activities, you can understand everything in detail by virtue of your advanced love for me. So maybe I can stop here today. I'm actually supposed to do only for half an hour. Just in the past couple of days, it went over 1 hour. I'm just seeing how many verses we have in this chapter. We are in 290. It goes over 300. Yeah, 313. So about another 23 verses. So does anyone have any questions?
Mataji, can you repeat the three desires of Krishna that were unfulfilled?
First desire is to taste the love of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. So he wants to know what it feels like to love Krishna. So what is that love? Second is to taste his own sweet, qualities, Krishna's sweetness, his sweet form and so on and so forth, that are actually enjoyed by the devotee. He's not able to enjoy his own sweetness. And the third is to experience the happiness that Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī experiences by loving Krishna. The gopis are not seeking to become happy. Their only desire is to serve Krishna, to please Krishna. Whatever they do, their every move, every act, every thought. In fact, About Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, we see everything about her. Her body, her mind, her senses, her ornaments, her clothes, her decorations, her smile, everything, her sindoor, her bindi, everything is love for Krishna, personified love for Krishna. So there's not even, an iota of desire for personal happiness. But still, the fact is, she's getting 10 million times more happiness than Krishna. So Krishna wants to taste what is that happiness. So first is love of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, second is sweetness of Krishna, third is happiness experienced by Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Okay, any other questions?
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll end here. Thank you all so much. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.